Have you ever wondered why some names seem to carry a dark energy? Why certain people are cursed by repeating patterns of misfortune, while others seem to glide through life untouched by hardship? What if I told you that the secret to all this lies in something as simple and yet as powerful as your name? Welcome to a world of forgotten wisdom, where names aren't just labels, but sacred keys to a hidden truth about your very soul. Today, we're diving deep into the esoteric belief that some names attract evil, and how this ties into the mysterious world of spiritual identity theft. What if the name you carry, whether by chance or by choice, isn't just a way to identify you to the world, but a direct link to a spiritual contract, one that can either protect you or doom you? Stick with us as we peel back the layers of the scary truth behind why some names seem to bear the weight of misfortune, while others shine with an almost divine glow. This isn't just some spooky coincidence. It's deeper, darker, and perhaps more real than you can imagine. Before we can understand why some names attract evil, we need to first look at the spiritual power embedded in a name. To understand this, we must journey through ancient teachings, esoteric beliefs, and even modern psychological studies that show how much influence a name can have on a person's destiny. In many ancient cultures, a name was not just something you were called, it was believed to be a vital part of your essence. The Sumerians, Egyptians, and Hebrews all viewed names as sacred. They believed that to know someone's true name was to hold power over their soul. Even today, we use names as a way of signifying identity. But what if that identity is more than just a reflection of who we are, but an essential part of our spiritual makeup? According to ancient teachings, names carry within them a frequency, an energy that can either empower you or bind you to certain life patterns. This idea is found in the practices of numerology, which assigns a specific energy to each letter of the alphabet. In numerology, your name is thought to have a vibrational energy that influences your life experiences, your challenges, and even your opportunities. And it's no coincidence that some names seem to attract tragedy, misfortune, or negativity. But what if the energy tied to your name isn't just a coincidence? What if it's part of a spiritual contract that you made before coming into this world? Many esoteric traditions speak of the idea of soul contracts, agreements we make before we're born, deciding the lessons we want to learn, the people we will meet, and even the struggles we will face in this lifetime. These contracts, often unseen and unspoken, are said to shape our destinies in profound ways. Some believe that your soul contract is sealed through the name you're given at birth. The vibrations of that name can influence the challenges you face, and some names may even tie you to negative karmic cycles or events that cause suffering. For example, the name Judas carries an infamous weight. Many would immediately associate it with betrayal, deceit, and betrayal of trust. Imagine being born with that name, not by your own choosing. Would it shape your life, your relationships, or the way others see you? Would you live in the shadow of your name's history? Let's delve into why certain names seem to be tied to evil or misfortune. The answer lies in both symbolism and energy exchange. Some names, through their letters and sounds, may create a negative resonance in the spiritual world. It's not just about the meaning of the name itself, but the energy it carries. For instance, the name Lucifer is often associated with darkness, temptation, and rebellion. Whether you believe in the myth or not, the mere association can bring an unconscious energy of conflict and challenge to the bearer. Additionally, the practice of spiritual identity theft can also play a role. This occurs when an individual's true spiritual identity is clouded or hijacked by external forces. In some cases, your name may be used to bind your spirit to a certain destiny, one that involves endless struggle, misfortune, and even evil forces. But how does this happen? Some theorize that names can be altered or manipulated, whether intentionally or by accident, in a way that traps you in a cycle of negative events. This could happen through an incorrect spelling, a legal name change, or even the use of a nickname that doesn't align with your soul's true identity. These subtle changes can shift the vibrational frequency of your spiritual identity and, in turn, the energy that flows into your life. One fascinating example of how names can attract dark energy is the ancient Egyptian deity Anubis, the god of death and the afterlife. While he is a figure of great importance in Egyptian mythology, the very association with death, decay, and the underworld carries a certain darkness. Imagine someone carrying the name Anubis in today's world. While this might seem exotic or powerful, it could also be a name that attracts spiritual negativity due to the history and associations tied to it. This doesn't mean the person with the name is doomed, but rather that they may be susceptible to energetic forces that are aligned with the darker aspects of existence. So, if names have this kind of power, how can we protect ourselves from the dangers of spiritual identity theft? The first step is to become aware of the energy surrounding your name. Understanding the vibrational frequency of your name can give you the insight you need to make empowered decisions about your identity. There are several techniques that can be used to reclaim your true spiritual essence, and it all starts with self-awareness and intentionality. You can meditate on your name, visualize its positive energy surrounding you, or even alter your name in subtle ways that shift its spiritual resonance. But sometimes, the most powerful tool is to choose a new name for yourself, one that resonates with the highest version of who you truly are. This can be done in a spiritual ceremony, or simply by beginning to go by a different name that feels more aligned with your purpose. Names are more than just labels. They are the carriers of energy, the bridges between our physical existence and the spiritual realms. While some names may attract evil, others may bring light and abundance. But remember, your name doesn't have to define you forever. You have the power to change, to evolve, and to create your own spiritual identity. As we've seen, the path to spiritual freedom and self-empowerment begins with understanding the sacredness of your name and the responsibility you have in carrying it.